Hey folks, Jim Horton, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, taking the show on the road. We're live from Puxatawney, Pennsylvania here on Gobbler's Knob, waiting for that glorious gopher groundhog to show up and tell us whether or not there's going to be 6 more months of winter tomorrow. That's right, I said months. Feels a lot more like the 14th month of 2020 than it does the 2nd of 2021. I digress. What we're going to talk about today, first part of the show, we're going to talk about why you should sell your home now instead of waiting for the spring. And in the second half of the show, I'm going to talk about why it's irresponsible of me to just simply say that and that alone. So first, let's talk about why you should go ahead and sell your home now instead of waiting for the spring. And that springtime is a typical thing where people like to think they can time the market and get their house out when more people are out shopping. Usually that kind of does make a little bit of sense. Problem is right now we have such a constraint on inventory. We have record low numbers of homes that are currently for sale that logic simply doesn't hold up. It actually makes more sense to put your home up for sale now because of the amount of demand that you get to take advantage of. And two, there's less competition because of the low amount of inventory. And so your home stands out simply for the fact that it is for sale. And then number 3, interest rates are remaining low, which means that as a buyer, it's easier for you then to move on and perhaps increase your purchase power for the next house, or however you want to take advantage of that. If you're going to size up, if you're going to downsize, if you're going to move to acreage, whatever your plans may be. And that's also kind of the piece that ties into why it's irresponsible for me as a real estate professional to simply say, sell your house now. Because why are you going to sell your house? Well, let's go back again. There's hardly any inventory that's out there. So I'm going to take advantage of this great market on the seller side. So great, you sell your house. Where are you going to go? Record low inventory, remember? So that's where we have this cool thing that's called a pocket listing. And basically what that is you kind of whisper in my ear that you want to sell your home, but we don't necessarily make that publicly aware. I mean, it is publicly aware, but we don't put it out on the MLS yet. We don't make it known broadly to the general public. It'll run through my network of agents, not only at Berkshire Hathaway, but other ones that I have around town. We all know that there's record low inventory. We all have a stable of buyers that we are looking for just that perfect house. But you don't want to get caught in the place where you have sold your house, but now you don't have one to go to. And I'm sure you're also familiar with contracts where you would say, put in an offer for a house, and then you would make it contingent on the sale of your existing house. There are markets where you can get away with that. This isn't one of them. So what would happen then is if you put that contingency on an offer, it gets viewed as not as strong, and your offer is likely not accepted. Or you have to go so high with your offer that you can sort of kind of balance that out. You don't want to do that. What you get then with the pocket listing is the opportunity to go and you can shop for a home. You can find the one that you want at the same time that I'm silently getting buyers wrapped up in your existing home. And we're ready to go. We're ready to pull the trigger on that the moment that you find the home that you're interested in. Or we go ahead and we get your home sold so that transaction is done and out of the way, and then we do maybe a lease back where you are allowed to stay in your existing home while then you go and finish off the transaction for the next one that you're going to move to. And this doesn't work just in a Columbia market. This works broadly everywhere in the U.S. right now because of low inventory. It's not unique to Columbia. It's a problem nationwide. And so it puts you more in the driver's seat in a seller's market in terms of how you navigate when you're going to exit the home that you're in so that you don't get stuck living in an apartment for a number of months just because you can't find that perfect house that you want to move to. It presents and provides you with options. And that makes the idea of listing your home now, or at least making me aware of the fact that you want to list your home now, that is a responsible way to go about this, because I'm providing you an opportunity to not be stuck without a home, or where you're stuck and you have to live in an apartment for too long. Thanks for watching, folks. Good to see you. We'll talk next week. JimHorton.com. Don't know where I'm going to be next week. We still going to be here in Puxatawney? What do you think, PJ? Oh, God, I hope she's not chewing on Phil.